Try and take a couple breaths to ground myself before I start. When I do these lives, they're part me and part channeled or higher self coming in. And the more and more I get comfortable in my body, the more and more I relax, the more and more wisdom comes through. Um, so today I'm feeling quite crazy. Just had a nice chat with my friend John and walked around all the experiences that have been going on in my life the last little while and realizing that everything has a purpose, and there's lots of stuff that I would deem crazy or insane or whatever going on in my world, and then having to go inside and look at the jumbled mess of stuff that those things poking me brings up. Um, just trying to think of some examples. So, trying to sell stuff on Facebook, and people are so disrespectful, so weird, so whatever, underballing pricing and not showing up even when they win and other stuff. And I'm looking inside, it's like, okay, what's inside of me that created that? And I don't believe it's something that created that in me. I guess the fact that I accept that or that's happening is for some reason teaching me something. I think it's more of how the world needs to return to and where it came from to see that it's in this state of disrespect and people not honoring their own words, etc. Same with we were talking about relationship stuff. It feels so insane to me now that I should have to stand up for myself in a relationship with another person. Um, it's just exactly the opposite of what I've been taught for my whole entire life. And that's the process of awakening, really, for all of us, is to look underneath our whys. Why did I do that? Why did I let that happen? Why did I give up my boundary? Why did I kind of make myself feel small to make another feel safe? Why do I enter into circumstances that without clarity? Why do I try and keep other people feeling safe when I don't even know what they need or what that is? It's a constant barrage we're under of systemic programming, of lineage traumas, of old stories from family, parents, mothers, dads, especially, that have kept us in frustration of not getting what we want. I grew up, um, my mother had some traumas, and my mother never got past those traumas. She says she has, and now in this life or whatever, but at that time, men were scary, and I got kind of introduced into being controllable so that I didn't create that men are scary kind of function. And I believe a lot of men have grown up with this. I'm not shooting at any one person, but a lot of men have this thing that's been bred into them from their mothers of making men safe, men controllable, men uh, that are emotionally kind of if our parents can't deal with their own emotions, they're going to make you emotionally cowed before you even start. And then we grow up in this kind of mangled up perspective of what love is and how men and women interact. We often have mother figures that are distorted. We have father figures that are distorted. And then we carry that forward into all the men and women in our life. And it makes us feel insane because when we rise up and we start wanting for ourselves, we want better for ourselves. Um, we want new love, new relationship in, and often we're going to call in that same version of our skewed mother or father figure, and we're not going to know why the whole world keeps showing up as that person's kind of energy until we've dug in and understood why those things were, and then maybe seen their wounds and healed the wounds in ourselves that they gave to us, is that becomes the first time we can start to see the world in that non-jaded version. And it's kind of mangled up because literally we're born into a version of insanity that's called normal or reality or our typical, and we're conditioned to expect that from everyone. And then how do we find this new pure love that we're looking for when we're still dealing with our wounds from our youth, from our childhood, from our parents, dealing with our lineage traumas? So we end up, everything becomes this crazy thing. We start awakening, and literally I'm more happy feeling crazy now than I was feeling normal, because the normal just kept shooting me in the ass. Like, fuck, I'd draw in relationships that were versions of my mother issues, and I'd draw in relationships with men that were issues with my father issues. And not saying my parents had any worse problems than most parents have, because everybody's of the same training. So now we got to look inside and say, do I want to be that? Do I want to be that image of a man or a woman that I was grown into? And you're going to say, no, that wasn't very good or loving. They were doing the best that they can, and I blame or shame no one. But it's me who's the cycle breaker. It's me who's now wanting more. I want to have better relationships, not to make myself small so I can have love. And so now I've got to literally challenge crazy, make people around me maybe think that are crazy, start to stand up and say no more. When that starts to show up in my life, and I'm like, do I take this again and feel small, and but at least I have some love or I have some sexuality in my life? Or do I say, fuck, the line stops here? I can't continue in this pattern, in this mold that was grown into me before. I'm going to choose a boundary. I'm going to say, no, I honor who you are and I honor what you want, but I see something that's not going to be serving to me. I thank you. I'm moving on. And sometimes that breaks up relationships, that pushes family apart, this pushes this living in aloneness for a while. But I'm finally seeing underneath and saying, I can't live feeling small or being emotionally uh, battered every day, because that makes the other person feel safe. But really, they don't feel safe to themselves. They just feel angry that this person is not standing up to them and helping them grow, and on all this kind of stuff. We get into these weird codependent behaviors where we're taking about a quarter or a tenth of what we should really get. And then now all of a sudden it's like, no, I can't have that. I can't continue that. I realize that we've tried this out 4 or 5 different times, and I'm having to say right now, it's done. It's not working out for any of us, because I settled. I thought that was all I was worthy of, but I'm not. I'm worthy of like beaming, shining, purified, real love. And the minute I start to step outside that, it feels scary as hell. I feel this pull in my back. I feel this discomfort that maybe I'm going to get smashed again, or maybe something's not going to work out. But fuck, I'm willing to gamble it all to get better. I'm willing to be absolutely crazy, look crazy to other people, if it's the path that I need to be able to get the dreams that I want, the people that I want, the love that I want, the sexuality that I want, the abundance, the clients. That's what I need. It's crazy what we settle for. It's crazy the things that we thought were normal. The crazy is not stepping out of it. That's the sanity. That's the normalcy. Finally realizing that we're worthy of big things, of hugs and love that are so big our arms can't even fit around them anymore. So crazy and awakening are almost the same thing. You got to shake up what is. You got to step outside of the normal. You got to want more. You got to want more even if other people don't believe in wanting more. You got to want more for yourself when other people are giving up. You got to fucking shine and say, fuck, I deserve better. And I'm taking it right now, and I'm going to step away from those things. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to say fuck off or whatever. You might be crazy for walking away from that relationship or that marriage or whatever, but if it's kept you this big, is it worth it? Do you deserve something that's higher than the top of this screen? You do. I do. And I'm prepared to be crazy. in everybody's eyes, and eventually it's all going to be called normal. And I don't feel it's crazy inside of me. I feel it's crazy trying to explain it to people when they can't even understand. But I'm stating it here because inside of you, there's a root of that same something's got to change. Something's got to be crazy. Something's got to be shaken up. Something's got to be different, or else we all lose. So, are you prepared to be crazy? Are you crazy right now? I love you if you are, because I'm crazy, and it's the only thing that's expanding my heart. It's making me feel better about myself because to stay in normalcy keeps me in a cage, keeps me small, keeps me unenlightened. So, thank you, Emily, and hopefully this helps you, Daniela. Um, Shining, growing, living, loving is crazy right now. To step out of what the world wants for us and the cage that it wants for us, crazy is to stick your head out the top and realize the door wasn't even locked. Crazy was getting your dream to come true, and everybody else is going to be saying, "What the fuck? How come you got it and I didn't?" Because you're prepared to be crazy. And crazy is opening to truth, and truth is the new, or crazy is the new normal for right now. And then from there is going to come truth and a new path that's going to honor everyone. So I love you all. I hope this makes sense because for some of you it might be crazy, but feel that little run in your heart, feel that little bit of excitement. You're going to see that crazy is probably the only way through this normalcy that isn't really normal at all. So love you all. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Emma. Have a good day.